knowledge being spread. It's like warm butter across the bread. Smooth, I know you like that. Flow with the grain and don't fight that. You want righteous love, you found the right match. With Marty Mcfly, they on the right track. Yeah, gotta dig the dirt to plant the seed. Spread roots till you sprout like a tree. Donnie Jones, she the one you wanna see. Donnie Jones Live, this is where you wanna be. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live.
Welcome to Donnie Jones Live. I am Donnie the Tree Lady, and this is my main...
Yep, I'm Marty Mcfly. What it do, what it do, what it do.
Okay, with everything going on, this man gonna start the show coughing. I don't even know. I'm speechless at this point.
You got your faith right.
I got my faith right. I'm done, dude.
Right.
Let me go again. How you doing, Marty
I'm
McFly?
Doing all right. I am good.
You caught me off guard, don't you? You know that?
I'm just. I don't know.
Y'all, we living in a new world.
Yeah, you know, and it's some interesting times right now. But
it is.
How was your week? You always say
my week,
I don't ask. So
it's okay. I feel special now because you're actually asking me. Yes. I want to tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly how my week is.
Talk to me.
My week is going great. Okay, meaning that there's a lot of goals that I've been working on, weight-wise, business-wise, that are starting to come to fruition. But I got to tell you, I've been a little sidetracked. Not sidetracked in a bad way, but sidetracked in a way to where I realize that, you know, as a people or as a community, as a country, we talk a bunch of BS about what we believe and what we don't believe. And I'm sitting here watching the news. As many of you know, the whole thing with the coronavirus is hot right now. Yep. And I know it's something we should definitely 100% without a doubt should be concerned about.
Oh, yeah.
And we should be vigilant and we should be mindful of. But the thing that happened to me last weekend was my kids, they were, you know, they know me. I'm a go for it, stay positive type person, no matter what happens. But they were at school all day on Friday and they knew that that would be their last day of school before going into this whole self-containment, self-isolation thing with the virus. And so when I picked up my kids, my 13-year-old was really kind of upset, thinking about her friends and thinking about, you know, the people of the world that are seniors or that might have a compromised immune system. And she's like, Mommy, what are we going to do to help these people? You know, and she was kind of, you know, a little emotional. And I said, stop. I was like, you've been listening to all this junk on the news, which I can't use the word that I want to use about the stuff that's on the news. You've been listening to all this junk on the news. You've got friends of yours that are freaked out. You've got teachers that are freaked out, administrators that are freaked out, even though they're trying to play the game and make sure everything is okay. People are panicking right now, and it's ridiculous. So I had to have a heart-to-heart one-on-one talk with my daughter to say, listen, remember who you are. What does mommy teach you during times like this? We hunker down, we stand on our faith, we stand on the word, and we stay focused and we stay still. Meaning we're not moved by what happens in this world, you know? And I'm watching a lot of people that are so-called religious leaders, so-called religious people panicking and freaking out, you know? And I'm just kind of at a point now where I'm not freaking out, but I am frustrated because I would expect people of faith to stand a little bit stronger than what I'm seeing right now.
Well,
so that's where I'm at. But I've had a great week.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's just have a little quick understanding of the conversation.
Yes.
All right? Because here's the thing. It's not a thing about challenging your faith. It's a thing of kind of working together to minimize the spread of this virus.
And that we have to do.
Right.
That's to
so
be
I'm
mindful.
Saying, and I want to make sure so that understand that for me, I'm not criticizing any church or any religious group that is suspending their services
I get it.
and gatherings because, you know, we don't want to continue the outbreak.
You want to mitigate the outbreak.
However, y'all that's losing y'all underwear right now, like it's the end of the world.
That's what I'm talking about, Marty. That's what I'm talking about. If you feel like your congregation should have the rest of the month off, or if you feel like your business should close, or you feel like, you know, whatever events you're supposed to go to, you guys are canceling those events. If you feel like that is the right thing to do, so be it. And in certain cases, when there's large crowds, that may be necessary. But this whole pandemonium thing, it's got to go. And what it is my dad taught me, y'all know I got some crazy issues with my dad, but one thing he did teach me is it's easy to control scared people.
Yeah.
It is very easy to control scared people. And right now, you got a whole bunch of people that are scared. And I got to tell you right now, Marty, with every cell of my being, from the tips of my toes to the top of the last lock on my hair, I have zero fear about this pandemic. Meaning, even if I got it, and somehow I know that God's going to use it for good. That's how strong my faith is.
Okay.
You know, and me being scared of some government shutdown, scared that, you know, my business is going to slow down. In fact, I'm turning it around. And going, no matter what happens, I'm going to find a way to find a blessing in this, and my business will be blessed. My family will be blessed. And if I have to pray for people, or if somebody that I love gets sick, if I get sick, there's still some way that God's going to get the glory out of this. There's still some way that I'm going to get through. And the reason why I say that is because every single thing that we've went through as a people, we've gotten through. Everything that we've went through, we've gotten through. So I don't want to take over the conversation, but that's kind of, I'm just passionate about it.
Who said you're taking over the conversation?
I know, but usually
passionate about this.
I'm passionate, you know, because it breaks my heart, honestly, Marty. Okay. I got a friend of mine call me yesterday. She was in tears about this whole thing, about schools being shut down, about churches being shut down, and she feels like it's the end of the world. We the same people that came out of slavery. We the same people that came through the civil rights movements. We're the same people that have had a large portion of our community affected by HIV. We're the same people that have dealt with high blood pressure, heart disease, dealing with crappy foods in our community, and still finding a way to take care of our people. And all that. Stop. It needs to stop. The fear needs to stop.
Okay. Just
how you doing?
Breathe for a second, okay? You know, this is hi everybody. I'm Marty Mcfly. This is the Donnie Jones live show that we talk about interesting things that I guess that's going on in the community this episode. So want to say thank you for joining us. And if you have a thought about what's going on in your community, give us a call at 1-888-349-DONNIE. That's 1-888-349-DONI. My week was pretty okay. Yeah. We last Sunday we had church.
Yay.
I'll say this, it does change the environment just a little bit, because most people don't want to hug each other anyway. But now here's more of a reason not to hug them.
Right.
I'm just saying this is just more of a reason, and it is a thing where just be smart. That's all I'll say.
That's my thing, dude.
Don't be smart, but don't go out there and feel like, okay, I can't get infected.
Come on.
It can't affect the people that I'm around, because it can. Right. And you never know how it affects different people.
Right.
So, right now, let's be smart, work together. If you ain't got to go outside, if you ain't got to go somewhere, don't go.
Right, right.
If it's unnecessary right now, don't go.
Right.
Because we want you to be safe.
Yeah,
right?
I want people to be safe, Marty. And I please don't get it twisted. If you guys are hearing me right now and you're thinking I'm saying just keep going on as in life as normal, that's not what I'm saying. For example, my kids are at home. If we do get together, we might go to an open area like the park or something like that, as opposed to a closed-in area where there's a bunch of people right on top of each other. But what I'm not gonna do is live in fear.
Oh yeah.
What I'm not gonna do is, if I truly feel the urge to hug a loved one, I'm not gonna be scared to hug that person. You know, and I'm also gonna look at the data. If you look at the data, which people aren't doing, they're just going by what's on the news right now. If you look at the data, even if you do get it, it's going to be like the flu. The people with compromised immune systems.
Just really, really, really bad case of
case of the flu. But people with compromised immune system, we do have to be sensitive about that.
Yeah.
We do have to care about that, but we don't have to walk around living in fear and scared to do something. This will be a great, I'm going to talk about that at our next segment, but this is a great time. We got to find this is a great time in general. Get to spend time with your family.
No. That's not the safe thing right there. I'm saying being trapped with your family indoors and can't go outside. That ain't some places.
I'm glad you just said that. Nobody said you cannot. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, Marty. People think they can't go outside.
Yeah.
What my daughters are doing right now? Literally right now as we speak, they rode their bike up the street to the store.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Middle of the day, they just rode their bike up to the street to the store.
Yeah.
And I told them to be careful, be safe, make sure they use hand sanitizer when they go in the store.
Yeah.
And then make sure they ride their bikes back, wash their hands, and get some hand sanitizer when they get back. And make sure they eat super healthy.
So you're going out to restaurants and everything like that too?
If I want to, yeah.
Yeah, that's why they closing the restaurants down.
Exactly, because they got people like me.
Right. Mm-hmm. That, because they're saying we're trying to minimize the spread of the outbreak.
We are.
So if you don't have to go outside.
You don't have to.
Don't go.
Right.
And it's like the restaurants are saying don't come. You know, in Ohio, they passed a law that all
I did
bars
the drive-through.
Well,
I did.
just asked you
at Starbucks. I went to Starbucks and went through the drive-through.
Starbucks ain't like a restaurant. That's
a restaurant.
When you get a donut, that ain't like a restaurant.
Okay, first of all, and let me talk about it. We're not going to talk about that right now. But anyway,
I'm saying if you go out, I'm saying you ain't going to just throwing out one of those
Ruby Tuesdays.
Ruby Tuesdays, Olive Garden. You ain't going out there to sit down and eat, are you? Because that's what they're asking you that to do. I'm saying, look, the Cheesecake Factory is thinking of closing down.
Everything is.
Yes.
Everything is.
Because people like that just say, I'm going to do it anyway.
No, it's not I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to have common sense.
Well, common sense is saying stay home.
We're in the studio.
Saying.
We're in the studio right now.
Yeah, well, there's less than 10 people here.
That is true. That is true.
You see what I'm saying? You got to count the numbers.
But what should you guys, if you have an opinion about this,
right? Call 1-888-FIX-DONNIE. That's 1-888-349-DONI. We will be right back.
Donnie Jones Live. Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live. Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live. Donnie Jones Live.
Hi, I'm Minister Paul Martin.
I'm Linda Martin.
We have a company called the GPP Foundation.
A foundation for the least, lost, fallen, and the unsalvageable. We also have an initiative called Stand in the Gap, which we help cancer patients with their finances. We help them with resources for finances and also encouragement.
Our motto is, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime.
For more information, go to gppfound.org or gppfound@yahoo.com. Our website phone number is 404-284-0589. That's 404-284-0589.
The Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council present the story of Tom and Levi.
Tom is the smartest man I know. He's been a professor at 2 major universities, been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, he told me that he was having problems in his classes. I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. And he was telling them that he was doing it as a favor to them, but I think in reality, he just wanted to get out of there. I was really starting to worry because I saw something was wrong.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me, and my love for him was just immense.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Hey, I'm Donnie the Tree Lady, owner of Don's Tree Service and author of From Failure to Fabulous. From Failure to Fabulous is my opportunity to share with you my trials and tribulations of growing a tree service or growing a small business and making it successful by overcoming adversity, and also giving you some tidbits on what you can do on a day-to-day basis to achieve your dreams and be the best that you can be. And you can find us on Amazon. You can go to Donnie Jones Live. Anywhere that books are sold, you should be able to find us.
Hey, this is Marty McFly, and real quick, I want to invite you to join me in ministry. Yeah, seriously, I want you to join me in ministry. It's called Turning Point. Log on to YouTube and type in Turning Point. You should see a picture of me pop up there, me in my little robe doing my thing. But anyway, type in Turning Point, push play, check it out, and if you like it, subscribe. All right? And I hope it'll be a blessing to your life, too.
Now, back to more Donnie Jones Live with Donnie and Marty McFly.
Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones
Welcome back to Donnie Jones Live, where I am fired up. But anyway,
Yes.
I'm Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Marty McFly.
Yes.
That, I'm fired, faith-driven, but still.
Faith.
No, I'm saying faith-driven what?
Faith. It sounded like you said faith.
Oh, faith-driven.
Faith-driven.
But no, because it's like this. It is a double-edged sword of saying, okay, I have faith, that I'm not going to catch it, but at the same time,
But you want to be diligent and do the right thing.
You want to be diligent and do the right thing.
And I once again, I want to reiterate, I'm not saying don't do the right thing. I'm saying do the right thing. But I also want us to have a real conversation about things that need to happen, and hopefully as a society this makes us have a real conversation. You've got people out there with compromised immune systems, not just for regular diseases, but for diseases that could be addressed with your lifestyle. You cannot eat junk and expect to have a healthy immune system. You cannot lay around and not get exercise, which I've been a victim of that, of my own laziness, and expect to not, and expect to be healthy. You cannot not drink water and expect to be healthy. And there's like simple things that you can do. And don't just take my word for it. I'm gonna look this guy up, but there's a health and nutrition guy who's really passionate about nutrition and health and fitness. And a lot of the people that are out there with these so-called compromised immune systems, they don't necessarily have to, but if you put junk in your body, you're gonna get junky results. A lot of the diseases that makes people's immune system compromised could be done away with if people stop eating so much dairy, so much meat and processed foods. But people don't want to talk about that, but yet you want universal health care and Medicare for all, which means that I'm going to have to pay for you being 300 pounds overweight and eating Hostess and Ding Dongs. And I don't want to do it. That's a whole nother story, but I don't want to do it.
Time out. What side of the bed did you wake up on today?
Let me tell you what.
Ooh, you got a fever?
And I tell you what happened. I ain't got a fever, but I tell you what happened though. About a week, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I was not feeling 100%.
Okay.
So a friend of mine said, "Oh my God, you need to go to the emergency room right now." Well, I knew that, because I've started this routine of working out, and it had been 3 days since I worked out. So I said, "Oh, I haven't worked out in a few days." So I went and worked out. And then I was like, "Well, what did I eat yesterday?" And I was like, "Oh, got it. I didn't eat exactly what I should have eaten. I ate some ice cream." And so for about 2 or 3 days, I got myself lots of leafy green vegetables. I got some fruit in my diet. I made sure I was back to drinking a gallon of water. Within 2 to 3 days, I was feeling back to being 100% because of me getting some exercise, me putting good food in my body, staying away from dairy and stuff like that. But you got people right now running to the emergency room and clogging up the system for stuff that they could fix themselves, because nobody in this country wants to talk about nutrition. Nobody in this country wants to talk about the fact that we're making ourselves fat and unhealthy, or it could be skinny and unhealthy, because not everybody's overweight. But if you're not putting nutrition in your body, guess who has to pay for it? Somehow along the way, if you do not have the finances and the resources to take care of yourself, the government somehow is going to wind up taking care of you, or some nonprofit or some charity is going to take care of you. And guess whose pockets that come out of? That comes out of working people's pocket and people that are willing to do what they need to do to have the finances to help you.
Okay.
I'm going to be quiet right now.
You're listening to the Donnie Jones live show.
I'm fired up, Marty.
Yeah,
I'm so fired up.
I can tell. I don't even know.
Nutrition. We are not talking about nutrition in this country.
Right, because right now we're talking about the coronavirus.
Exactly. Which part of the problem with the coronavirus?
Are you still shaking hands with the clients?
No. Because like I said, you got to do things that are smart. Like, I'm not shaking hands. I'll do the little elbow thing, or I do a little foot tap.
So what are you doing right now in your entrepreneurship segment, in the sense of encouraging people?
But we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm not encouraging right now. I'm ticked off right now. But you can be encouraging. Pastor Marty, be encouraging.
Man.
Because I ain't encouraging right now. I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling the truth that you got people right now with medical issues that could be addressed with the food that they put in their body, but our government's not talking about it, our medical community's not talking about it, and people are dying right now.
Now is the coronavirus on the food right now? Are they on bananas and stuff?
If you eat good healthy food,
it keeps
your immune system healthy.
I can
you can
understand
still
that,
get
but
corona.
I don't think
Even if you're healthy, you can get the coronavirus.
Right.
But your immune system can fight it better if you're healthy.
Right. You know, well, sometimes people don't have the funds to eat as
That's
healthy.
BS. I'm glad you said that.
That's BS.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well,
100% BS.
Let me.
I grew up in a not so when I was younger.
Tell me about an average person right now who did not go to college.
Right.
That don't have their own business. Right. That. Well, they live in
There's a Wayfield. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Wayfield Fields. Whatever. It's a grocery store. And
Wayfield Foods.
Yeah, exactly. They've got fruits and vegetables at Wayfield's.
And
I was hungry.
And it still takes money.
I was hungry.
That.
I was hungry the other day. Okay. I went to Quick Trip. I got a banana for 79 cents, and I got a bottle of water.
Mm-hmm. You
and a protein bar.
You was able to buy all that.
That was a snack. Okay. For less than you can get a meal deal at McDonald's. It costs more to eat crap food. Okay. People say it doesn't, but I've done the math. It costs less long term and in some cases short term to eat healthy.
Okay.
I was at the same grocery store with somebody that had, Tostitos, ding dongs and cupcakes in their basket, and I'm buying tomatoes, beans, brown rice. Brown rice is cheap. Vegetables are cheap. Saute some vegetables and throw it over some brown rice.
You became almost vegan.
I wouldn't say you don't have to be
vegan.
I'm
saying basically you're saying that
here's what I am saying. Don't believe me. Keep eating the way you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, not you. I'm just saying in general. I don't argue with people no more. If you honestly think that it's cheaper to keep eating crap food, keep doing it. Keep doing it.
I'm just saying I don't think everybody can afford to eat a healthy way.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Sure is. That's true. Yeah.
You are feeling some kind of way today, aren't you?
I am. When you get as many people, because I think because of being out there in the community as an entrepreneur, there's a few people that reach out to me that know we do this show or whatever, or think that perceive us to have a platform. So I've been inundated with the oh my gosh calls, and then have to talk those people through that, and for them to calm down and be like, yeah, I am going to be. There are things that I can do to be proactive. But why isn't our government telling people that there's things that they can do to be proactive? The only reason why you think that it's more expensive to eat healthy food is because somebody told you that.
Okay.
I didn't get heavy until I got out of my mom and dad's house. My dad was a nut job. We already know that. We talked about that. But as a child, the crap that the kids ate at school, we didn't eat because of the way my dad wanted to feed us.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he didn't always do it right. But there's just something I never ever tasted pork ever until I got a little older. And that was by accident. There was some bacon and some baked beans of mine, I mean, I just, you don't have, just because if there's somebody out there in our audience that knows this to be true, so that you don't have to take my advice for it or take my word for it. If you know for a fact that you can live in the community, in a poor community, and still eat healthy foods, reach out to us at
1-888-349 Donnie.
That's 1-888-349
Donnie. Now, I guess if I wanted to eat beans and lettuce and cabbage every day,
it don't have to be just beans. There's so many great other vegetables that you could eat.
But I guess some people's lifestyle isn't.
Then you need to change it. Doesn't matter.
Oh, that's very easy to do.
It's not easy to do. It's a mindset. Everything comes down to your mindset. And this is another thing we're not talking about. There's a lot of poor people from other countries that come to this country with nothing that don't eat the crap that we eat. We've been told we have to eat like this.
Different taste buds, yeah.
Yeah, they got different taste buds, but we need to change our taste buds. I wasn't crazy. Okay, can I be transparent about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I absolutely love kale now. Kale was not my favorite thing when I first started eating it.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. Talking about the other day when I went to get the banana and the water and the protein bar, a healthy protein bar, because not all protein bars are the same. That was not my first choice. I I'm gonna have an orange fruity drink. As opposed to a bottle of water. Now my go-to is bottled water. I had to change my mind in order to change my life. And all I'm saying right now, because of what I've been seeing, especially over the last 24 to 48 hours, and some of the calls that I've been getting over the last 24 to 48 hours, I feel like people, and especially our people, have been duped into buying a box of lies, and nobody's doing anything about it. And not just our people, poor people in general. They've been duped into buying a box of lies, and nobody is saying something about it. They're all talking about, you need to go get your flu shot, you need to go get this, you need to put some vegetables in your body. You need to put some water in your body. You need to get up and get some exercise. But once again, we don't have to argue about it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just lay on the couch. Eat McDonald's. Don't buy it from me. Do what you want to do. But for those that get it, that are like, okay, this is a wake-up call for me, make the changes.
Okay. All right. You're listening to Donnie Jones with Marty McFly. If you got a comment or a thought, hit us up at 1-888-349-DONNIE. That's 1-888-349-DONI. Anything else before we?
I actually think I got it all out. Just eat healthy, y'all. My heart.
No. Do what you want to do. Just stay on the couch if you want to.
No, because you know what, Marty?
Just breathe. Just breathe.
You're right. Okay, I'm going to breathe.
Just breathe.
I'm going to meditate while we're on break, Marty.
Oh, yeah. What's in your coffee?
Dude, I did switch coffees today. This is Blue Jamaican or Jamaica Mountain.
You know what? If you got a comment, give us a call, 1-888-349-DONNIE, and you don't try that coffee. But we'll be right back.
Blue Mountain Coffee.
It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live, Donnie Jones Live.
There are many sounds in your daily life. Ones that make you smile. Ones that help you relax. And there are some sounds that can help save lives. Wireless emergency alerts, now on many mobile devices, use a unique sound and vibration to bring you critical information about emergencies in your area. With updates from local sources you know and trust, you can be in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Minister Paul Martin.
I'm Linda Martin.
We have a company called the GPP Foundation.
The Foundation for the Least, Lost, Fallen, and the Unsalvageable. We also have an initiative called Stand in the Gap, which we help cancer patients with their finances. We help them with resources for finances and also encouragement.
Our motto is, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. For more information, go to gppfound.org or gppfound@yahoo.com. Our website, phone number is 404-284-0589. That's 404-284-0589.
Hey, write this number down, 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-VAST. Have you ever thought about having a produced commercial for your next event? Your church anniversary, birthday, family reunion, or if you just need some production work done? VAST Productions can help. We're an audio-video production house specializing in making your audio and video dreams come to life. Thinking about a family documentary or a church history story? Call us at 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-8278. VAST Productions has over 20 years of production experience, and we're ready to work for you. To get started, just call 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-8278.
Hey, I'm Donnie the Tree Lady, owner of Don's Tree Service and author of From Failure to Fabulous. From Failure to Fabulous is my opportunity to share with you my trials and tribulations of growing a tree service or growing a small business and making it successful by overcoming adversity, and also giving you some tidbits on what you can do on a day-to-day basis to achieve your dreams and be the best that you can be. And you can find us on Amazon. You can go to Donnie Jones Live. Anywhere that books are sold, you should be able to find us.
Now, back to more Donnie Jones Live with Donnie and Mardy McFly.
Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live. Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live. Donnie Jones Live.
Welcome back to Donnie Jones Live, where I took a Valium while we were away. No, I'm just kidding. I don't believe in drugs. So. Yeah. But anyway, welcome back to Donnie Jones Live. I'm Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Mardy McFly. Just staying in my lane today, just sitting on the side, just observing. And just letting you,
I am fired up, Mardy.
Letting you just breathe, as they say,
No, I appreciate that. And I know that you're a man of compassion. But a lot of what I'm seeing, it reminds me so much of what I was taught as a kid about self-reliance. Right. And so, yeah, but I agree with you. There are people that maybe don't have the resources.
I believe that there's a situation where it's like there's no real easy answer, because you have people that need assistance during these times.
Yeah, and I agree.
And then you have some people that do take the advantage of the system.
Yes.
At this time. But it's also a thing that this is, right now is not a time to judge people, and say, okay, you should have did this better, you should have done that, because now nobody planned for this.
Right.
Even churches, we didn't plan for who closes churches.
Right.
This is affecting people's financial day-to-day life.
Right. So what do we do after today?
After the day, we try to learn from this. I'm saying you have to learn from your mistakes.
Right.
Not being prepared.
Right.
It's a thing where you say, okay, moving forward, let me get past this, God, in a sense, but let me learn from my mistakes.
Right.
And we're looking at other people who were really caught off guard in this time.
Right.
They say a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from another man's mistakes.
Exactly.
So you can look at other people and say, okay, well, I don't want to be caught like that.
Right.
The parents that you're saying, I don't have enough money right now to feed my kids. Or at the same time, I have the money, but there's no meat on the shelves right now.
Right. Right.
That's a different kind of situation.
Right.
You didn't prepare for this. Everybody doesn't have
we didn't prepare for it, and you're right. However, there are still certain things on a day-to-day basis we can do right now that people still are not doing.
Okay.
And it's like, you're right. The shelves are empty, and I'm not trying to pull the fire alarm or whatever, but we got to have a real wake-up call about our health, about our fitness,
right?
About what we consume, about what we put in our brain, and about what we believe. And I guess my frustration is after being inundated with calls from scared people, and me sitting there going, well, why the hell am I not scared? Well, what's wrong? Should I be scared? And I realize I'm not scared because I truly, truly do believe what I say. I believe that God has the world in his hands. I truly believe that in the end, everything is going to be okay. I truly do believe that this is creating opportunities. But here's the flip side of that, to put myself in a transparent situation. I'm not 100% prepared for this. I got things that are still coming up for me that are issues. I still got some tight spots. But it's exciting me to go, oh, I'm going to do better next time. I got to keep my mind straight so that I can focus on the present, so that I can plan for the future. Man, this is a great opportunity to do a wake-up call on what I could have did better. And I'm going to sit down and work on those goals. Man, I'm going to plan and put aside even more next time. I did some stupid stuff that I could have did without, and I should have did better. I'm going to eat more vegetables today. I'm going to get exercise today. I'm going to drink more water today. I don't need to wait for this pandemic to be over. Right. And all I'm saying is that, for one, I'm the nutrition thing and the health thing, and I'm frustrated about that. But it's seeing such people that are lovely, kind, warm, and smart be so dang scared over something that they don't necessarily, they need to be concerned about it. But fear is just another way for people to control other people. True.
And, but the change of life is a fear, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow, because some people don't know when they're going to get the next paycheck.
Right.
They don't know, how is this going to play out?
Right.
And it's a true understanding to be kind of cautious, now, at the same time, granted, it's not as soon as it touches you, it's just, everything is over with, nothing like that.
Right.
But at the same time, I can understand because right now, when I first started kind of really thinking about this, now I'm not scared. I still have faith in God and I still have that promise.
Right.
But I still started thinking like, okay, what do I do? Because I might not have saved up for the next
That's
3
why
or
I'm
4
being
or 5,
transparent.
and I'm thankful that some, power companies and light companies are saying, we're going to let you, we're going to keep the lights on until. Now I hate that the repercussion after this,
right,
but the thing is just standing on those old hymns in a sense that you grew up on, those things that encouraged your faith. You got to stand on those things right now.
That's right.
And but I understand what you're saying. Try to utilize this time too, to get better.
Right. Utilize the time to get better, and stop being scared. If you truly are a person of faith, stop being scared. Period. That's my hardcore, not so nice opinion. Just stop with the madness. We have been through worse as a community, as a country, and maybe we haven't been through worse. Maybe we haven't been through worse.
Well,
but whatever it is, we gonna get through this, and let this be a lesson for us all to do better. Going back to what you were saying, I can save more. You can save more. They can save more. We can eat better. We can get away from foods that, are real heavily animal laden. We can get away from stuff that's not good for our immune systems. We can take our vitamins and get our new minerals and stuff like that so we can keep our immune system healthy. We can get some exercise. We can stop listening to the news all the time. I'll listen to a feed, I'll listen to it a couple times a day so I can see what's going on. And then I turn around and go put something positive on, like one of my positive pastors, or a YouTube video of something encouraging. Or, right now I'm trying to learn to play guitar. Pick up the guitar and strum a couple chords.
Right.
Spend more time with my family. Those are all that, finish, working on my next book.
Okay.
These are things that we can do real time. But I forget where I was going with that. But anyway, finish what you were saying.
I don't even know where I was at. You just kind of been walking. But let me ask you this: Did you go to? Did you log in a church Sunday?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Is that what kind of experience is that for you?
It was cool because I do it periodically anyway.
Oh yeah.
Like sometimes if I'll drop my kids off at church, and if there's a pastor that I really like that I know that's got like a sermon, and that's not my pastor, I'll sit in the parking lot and stream. So I've been streaming for years.
Do you send in the offering too?
I still do an offering. I still will send in an offering to my church.
That is cool.
And then sometimes I'll send in an offering to the church that I'm listening to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can do everything online now.
Well, I know you do that. I've never did that, and I might need to start. But I never offered. Could you donate to the ministry right here? I just never.
But you should. I think you should because you've got a great ministry, Marty. Tell people where they can find your ministry.
Huh?
Well, don't you do? Okay.
No, yeah, I do Turning Point. That's a show that is on YouTube and everything. That's just really just me, doing the weekly sermons,
right?
But.
But how can people support your church during this challenging time?
You just asked me that on the spot. Let me get on the other side of because I forgot my thought now. Just finish what you were saying. Like you just did me. Just finish what you're saying now, huh? But because I'm wondering how people do church now. With the streaming and everything.
The streaming, yeah.
And. Because streaming and playing back is two different things. But streaming, like you can pause church and everything. Yeah. Do you still get the same kind of connection, though?
It's not the same, but sometimes actually it's cool to be in your underwear watching, getting a word in. I don't know. To me, it's cool. I bet I would probably say 30% of the time I stream church.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Even if I go to church. And
but you don't like most of the people at your church. So
I
it's
love
more
the people at my church. It's just that sometimes I get I love the people at my church, but sometimes I get a different. I have another pastor. I have a word that really speaks to me. Like I really like E. Dewey Smith. You know, he's good guy. I even listen to your stuff periodically. You know, once in every blue moon.
I know.
But no, there's a lot of great pastors out there that I like listening to that might speak to me more culturally, more spiritually, and then sometimes it's not even a pastor, it's some motivational entrepreneur I'll listen to that I didn't get a chance to listen to earlier in the week. While my kids are at church, I might listen to that, or I'll go down to children's church because I like the pastor at the children's church. So I do it a couple of different ways.
Let's do this. If you have an opinion on how your experience right now with streaming, watching your church, streaming, give us a call, 1-888-349-DONNIE. That's 1-888-349-DONI. And just to let y'all know, this is Donnie Jones, the certified arborist.
Yes.
And I'm Marty McFly.
That's Pastor Marty.
Marty McFly, Minister Marty, Pastor
Minister Marty.
Yeah.
So am I supposed to call you Minister Marty or Pastor Marty? Because I always call you Pastor, but when I hear you say it, you say Minister. So have I been saying it wrong all this time?
No, because it's not what people call you, it's what you answer to.
Ooh.
So it's like
if I call you Pastor, you won't.
I'm not gonna say no.
Okay.
But certain times I'm more comfortable with saying, introducing myself as Minister Marty. I am a pastor.
Yeah.
But that's just one of those. Either or.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that people can do is they can reach out to us and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we obviously are trying to build that platform, and that's a great way for us to engage with you. And then did we figure out how to push this out on Facebook Live? Yeah, can we do that? Yeah. Okay, I'm mumbling, y'all, because I wanted to announce something I don't even know if we're doing yet. So
don't. I
better not.
See, that's one of those things
Marty,
that
hurt me.
Trump, your president be doing this. Will announce something and it ain't accurate, and it's like,
did he do that with Google?
And it's like, wait, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but anyway, you can find us any way that you pretty much Google Donnie Jones Live.
Yes.
Pop up somewhere. Because I've been seeing some of your Facebook posts anyway.
Yeah.
You be going off on your Facebook page.
A little bit.
And that's just like her really being real. If y'all want to get her in just different moods, her happy moods, her irritated moods, follow her on Facebook, because you'll be like, okay, well, this is a story. This is an interesting.
But Marty, you got a lot of good stuff on your Facebook too. Like you just put a sermon up.
No. We ain't talking about mine, because people go through my whole history and be like, is that?
Oh my God.
And that's why he don't call himself pastor.
Why do I throw stuff back to you and then you throw it right back to me? What is that called?
It's called the Donnie Jones Live Show.
With Mark, if you see the name, it says Donnie Jones Live.
No, but no, I'm saying a lot of times I just kind of talk about the people that I work with, so it's one of those things. It's not all about me. That's all I'm saying.
Marty
anyway,
had jokes today.
If y'all got a comment, hit us up at 1-888-349-DONNIE. That's 1-888-349-DONI.
Hi, I'm Minister Paul Martin.
I'm Linda Martin.
We have a company called the GPP Foundation.
The Foundation for the Least, Lost, Fallen, and the Unsalvageable. We also have an initiative called Stand in the Gap, which we help cancer patients with their finances. We help them with resources for finances and also encouragement.
Our motto is, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime.
For more information, go to gppfound.org or gppfound@yahoo.com. Our website phone number is 404-284-0589. That's 404-284-0589.
There are many sounds in your daily life. Ones that make you smile. Ones that help you relax. And there are some sounds that can help save lives. Wireless emergency alerts, now on many mobile devices, use a unique sound and vibration to bring you critical information about emergencies in your area. With updates from local sources you know and trust, you can be in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hey, I'm Donnie the Tree Lady, owner of Don's Tree Service and author of From Failure to Fabulous. From Failure to Fabulous is my opportunity to share with you my trials and tribulations of growing a tree service or growing a small business and making it successful by overcoming adversity, and also giving you some tidbits on what you can do on a day-to-day basis to achieve your dreams and be the best that you can be. And you can find us on Amazon. You can go to Donnie Jones Live. Anywhere that books are sold, you should be able to find it.
Now, back to more Donnie Jones Live with Donnie and Mardy McFly.
Donnie Jones Live. It's Donnie Jones Live. Donnie Jones Live.
Welcome back to Donnie Jones Live. I'm Donnie the Tree Lady.
And I am that guy, Mardy McFly. You know what? I'm about positive some people going to get pregnant soon.
Oh, dude.
You know,
that was the other thing I was thinking about. There's going to be a lot of babies.
You know, and
9 months from now.
And that's going to be the scariest way that little virus is going to spread. Too.
What?
You know.
Oh, my God.
Because everybody be like, you look healthy.
Oh, my God. No, but they're supposed to be. Didn't you just say we're supposed to be at home with our family and our significant other?
Yeah, you're going to have some cross-eyed babies coming out. No, not like that. But people, be hard-headed. They were like, okay, how many people in the house?
They didn't say you not supposed to do that.
Well,
see, this is
what?
This is how stuff get messed up. You trying to make it sound like you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to have relations.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I'm just saying if you're supposed to stay in your house.
Yeah, you're supposed to stay in your house.
But if
but that's not even true.
But if you're going over your friend's house or your girlfriend's house or mom and them at work and
oh my gosh.
Mom and them at work and
my kids better. Well, my kids are out riding bikes right now, so
that makes it better.
No, they're 13 and 15. Don't even
Mama,
try.
we gonna go to the store.
No, they don't be putting my kids in there. He's getting ready to get
out an hour and a half.
Have you guys ever seen a guy get choked on radio?
No, I'm just saying.
Nope, you have not.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm just saying.
I ain't always been a pastor. I remember those days. Like, oh yeah, your mom at work today.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking back, when I was 15.
I'm saying you got to be
Tony across the street. No,
right. Shoot. I'm just saying, but
why are you touching me like that? No,
see, I want to make sure you ain't got no temperature. I'm just. Yeah, so anyway, let
me check your temperature from the inside.
Okay, what?
No, I'm okay. We're gonna cut that out. So anyway, no, but you know what? It's so funny because I think I was hyped up because early today, like I said, I was getting a ton of phone calls, but to kind of bring it full circle on how it relates to what I do as Donnie the Tree Lady,
right?
Is that
the certified arborist?
The certified arborist, right? And I think it reminds me of what it is I do on a day-to-day with trees.
Okay.
Meaning there's people that have trees and plants and everything in their yard. And they have these big, beautiful oaks or big, beautiful maple or whatever. And they see that it has issues, but they keep ignoring it. Or they see that it's not quite well, or it's got dead, dying, or hazardous limbs, but they keep ignoring it.
Right.
Because they think one day I'll get to call in the tree lady. One day I'll get to call an arborist and take care of this, because it's just not a priority right now, because they got bills, or they got school, or they got, some other things that they're focused on. So they're not really focused on that one thing in their yard that could cause that could wreak havoc.
Right.
And so a lot of times I'll get called in, or my company will get called in, because somebody will have a portion of a tree that'll fall and hit their car, or it'll fall and hit their house. And the person usually will go, I had a feeling about that tree. Or, I had a feeling I should call you. Or I thought about calling you 2 months ago, but they didn't. They didn't do the preventative maintenance on their trees. And I think a lot of times in people's lives, they don't do the preventative maintenance on their life. And I guess the thing that I was fired up about earlier today, and I'm still fired up, but I could tell I was freaking you out, so I'm chilled a little bit. But the thing that I'm fired up about, I know, right? I didn't mean to freak y'all out, but the thing that I was fired up about, and I'm still fired up about, is that so much of what we're dealing with right now can be prevented. Now, I know the coronavirus, if you get it, you get it, but I'm saying things dealing with your immune system, things dealing with your health, things dealing with your wellness. And I think the other thing that's pushing me so hard on this is also my frustration at myself. Me looking at myself get leaner and healthier and fitter and feel so good and have all of this energy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember these days. Because back in the day, I used to be in the health and nutritional industry. And I think when I went through my depression, I just didn't take care of myself like I should. And I let my weight get out of control. I didn't put the things in my body that I should, but I grew up knowing how you should treat your body. And then I went into an industry knowing how I should treat my body. And then once I went through depression, I kind of let all of that out the window and I wasn't focused. But now that I've gotten focused again, I'm like, oh my God, I could have prevented a lot of what's going on right now. And that's all I'm saying to people is that there's things that are happening right now that we can be proactive about. We're in this time of challenges, and we can take certain steps right now so that the next time something happens, we can be better prepared. Whether it's taking care of our finances, whether it's taking care of our food, whether it's taking care of our family, whether it's taking care of our faith, whatever it is, I think that there's certain things that we can do in life to be more prepared and do some preventative maintenance. So I guess my roundabout way of saying, do some preventative maintenance on your life. Take care of yourself.
Okay, I can appreciate.
Did I clean it up good?
Yeah, you cleaned it up a little better. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Gold star. You know, I'm just saying that was kind of cool. You know, take care of yourself right now. Yeah. You know, just preventative maintenance.
Yeah.
You know, of your life. I like that.
So what kind of preventative maintenance are you got going on? What are you doing right now?
I'm staying away from my wife. You know, because I don't want to catch nothing from her. You know, she's been to the grocery store. You know, and you don't know what you can catch at the grocery store, you know, so I don't want to be around her right now, which is cool. You know, it's we talk on the phone.
I'm so speechless right now.
Quarantine, just want to make sure I don't want to infect nobody in the house. So it's working out for me really, really, really good. Really, really good.
Didn't you just say there's going to be a bunch of babies 9 months from now? That's going to be hard to happen if you don't.
No, not right. I don't know what she got.
I don't know, Marty. You kind of getting up there, and hey, you got to kind of make this happen.
I got a long time to make it happen.
That's true, guys. Well, no, because well, she has a limited amount of time.
Oh, I know. That's a whole different conversation for a different day right now.
Is that something you want, though? Do you want kids?
Sometimes, but not all the time.
Okay.
You know, because sometimes I look at people when they dealing with their kids out in public.
Yeah.
And I know the law, you can't just hit them in public. And I'm just like,
you can't.
No, this ain't the time for me because I go to jail. You know, if I raise a young man up and he be like, you know, something. I'm saying if he started talking back to me or something, I might just.
But you know what? Your kids will test you. But I can honestly say from experience, and I know and please don't joke with me on this, but I've said from experience that I've been blessed to not have to put my hands on my kids.
Oh yeah,
and I don't think I think now you can never say never. Because, you know, my daughter being a teenager, of course, they push the boundaries sometimes. But I can honestly say it would have to take a lot for me to put my hands on her. Because first of all, I don't believe in it. That's just me. But I started communicating with my girls when they were younger of using other ways of getting their attention and stuff.
Oh yeah, my mother got my attention growing up, and this is how my upbringing. She put her paws on me.
Well, my dad did. My mom and dad did too.
And everybody in my family we have different feelings about it. Like my sister, she doesn't, you know, spank her. Never have spanked any of her kids, and most of my nieces and nephews are pretty good. But I got like 2 or 3 of them that it's like no.
But that's what I mean. That's why you can never say never. Yep. Like I don't know. What if one day she tests me and puts her hands on me? That would be different. But once again, I can't imagine my little munchkin ever doing something like that. My little baby.
Yeah, but that day that she do. That day that she do.
She won't do that.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying I don't think she would, but if she did.
She's such a good kid. Both of my girls are good girls.
Out and don't you ever. You know, I can see that. I'm saying.
I think, but see, now when she was younger, I acted like I was going to choke her.
Yeah.
But
they say, you know, if you do it when they're younger, when they're real young, you ain't got to worry about it in the later years.
But even when they were younger, I you know. But once again, that comes from me growing up in a traumatic childhood. So I just was like, I might lose control. Like my dad used to lose control. My dad would just get this look in his eye, and you could tell he had lost it.
Yep.
And you didn't know when he was going to stop. And then what'll happen is he'll start laughing. And I'm like, okay, that's not normal.
When somebody is mad so mad they start laughing at you, oh yeah, they gone. That's that crazy.
Yeah.
That's that.
But you seem like you would have been a good kid.
I was mischievous. Is that the right way we're saying it? I'm saying, I don't know what it is. It's just the dry water.
Mischievous.
Yes, but no, because I will burn. I was watching the Pink Panther one time.
Yeah.
And he burned a hole in some like paper, and he made a iron print. And I wanted to try that. You know, so I put that on the carpet in my mother's bedroom and put an iron straight on the carpet. And I made an iron.
I think I did something similar to that before.
Me for like a day or two.
No,
you know, seriously. But I would do stuff like that. And then one time I remember my mom, and this was a good spanking though. And I always thought she tricked me,
right?
But she said she didn't. But a friend of mine, I was addicted when I was younger to Flintstone vitamins. They were good.
Dude, what you know?
You know, I was.
Dude, I love Flintstone.
Orange ones. Anyway,
my favorite was the purple and the red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, one of my friends, he came to, walk me to school that day. And I was like, we got off the porch, walked maybe a house down. And he was like, hey, I got some Flintstone vitamins.
Yeah.
You want some? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he poured them in my hand. And as soon as I got them, my mother was like, Marty.
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
And I went up there and she was like, what's in your hand? And I showed her the Flintstone vitamins. And she was like, okay, give it to me. But when you come home, I'm going to whoop your behind.
Right.
So I had to think about that whooping that whole day.
Right.
But it was trying to teach me not to take, medicine and stuff from other kids. So it was a good whipping, but my mother, that was her way of teaching. I'm saying
and I think that's a good lesson. You do not, dear kids, you do not take other people's vitamins or medicine.
No, don't take other people's drugs.
Drugs, that too.
Right, especially if you don't pay for them. I'm just saying. That was a lesson that I learned from a very young age. Whatever you do, you ain't put in on it, don't just take from it. Nope.
I really thought we were going someplace.
Hit us up at 1-888-349-DONNIE. That's 1-888-349-DONI. We gonna be right back.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Minister Paul Martin.
I'm Linda Martin.
We have a company called the GPP Foundation.
The Foundation for the Least, Lost, Fallen, and the Unsalvageable. We also have an initiative called Stand in the Gap, which we help cancer patients with their finances. We help them with resources for finances and also encouragement.
Our motto is, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime.
For more information, go to gppfound.org or gppfound@yahoo.com. Our website phone number is 404-284-0589. That's 404-284-0589.
Hey, write this number down. 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-VAST. Have you ever thought about having a produced commercial for your next event? Your church anniversary, birthday, family reunion, or if you just need some production work done? VAST Productions can help. We're an audio video production house specializing in making your audio and video dreams come to life. Thinking about a family documentary or a church history story? Call us at 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-8278. VAST Productions has over 20 years of production experience, and we're ready to work for you. To get started, just call 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-VAST. That's 1-888-470-8278.
Hey, I'm Donnie the Tree Lady, owner of Don's Tree Service and author of From Failure to Fabulous. From Failure to Fabulous is my opportunity to share with you my trials and tribulations of growing a tree service or growing a small business and making it successful by overcoming adversity, and also giving you some tidbits on what you can do on a day-to-day basis to achieve your dreams and be the best that you can be. And you can find us on Amazon. You can go to Donnie Jones Live. Anywhere that books are sold, you should be able to find us.
Hey, this is Marty McFly, and real quick, I want to invite you to join me in ministry. Yeah, seriously, I want you to join me in ministry. It's called Turning Point. Log on to YouTube and type in Turning Point. You should see a picture of me pop up there, me in my little robe doing my thing. But anyway, type in Turning Point, push play, check it out, and if you like it, subscribe. All right? And I hope it'll be a blessing to your life too.